Blessings, brothers and sisters, all of my brothers and sisters around the world, people of Palestine, Yemen, Sudan, Bosnia, and all the oppressed nations and peoples of the world. Peace be upon you. And no peace to the enemies of mankind. That's including you, Illuminati, Dajjal, Antichrist, whatever you want to call yourself. Anyways, I got another one for you guys today. Let's get into it. Amun-Ra. You guys heard that name. Ancient Egypt, right? Let's talk about the ancient Khemites, the people of Chem. And what do they mean by they worshipped Amun-Ra? I'm going to read you from my notes. I have right here in front of me. Ra, or Amun-Ra, is simply the expression of the two attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God. Al-Batin, the inwardly, the hidden, also means Amun. Al-Zahir, the outwardly manifested one, means Ra. Al-Batin, the inwardly hidden, means Amun. Al-Zahir, the outwardly manifested one, means Ra. The principal form of God, of Allah, in Lower Egypt was Ra, the symbol of Amun. Thutmose III and the priesthood of Thebes recognized that if the conquest and unification of Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt was to be successful, the two forms of the same God, Amun of Upper Egypt and Ra of Lower Egypt, would also have to be reunited as it was in ancient times in Chem. The result was Amun-Ra. So if we were to translate this in Arabic, Ya Batin, Ya Zahir, right? Amun-Ra. Now, Amun was the name of the Egyptians that they used for Allah, the one true God, the hidden, the invisible one. Amun was originally worshipped in Meroe, modern-day Sudan. Amun is not part of the Al-Fatiha and is not even an Arabic word, but of Egyptian origins, or Khemite origins, picked up by the Hebrews while they were in captivity in Egypt. So meaning picked up by the children of Israel while they were in captivity in ancient Egypt. And refers to the Egyptian god Amun, who is the same as the Hebrew god of Yahweh. Ra is not the true original object of worship of the initiated priesthood of ancient Chem. Ra was rather the first principal creation and the visible rep of Amun. Flip the page. I need to get a better notebook. I've had this notebook for over 20 years. The real object of worship for the ancient Khemites was Amun, the hidden one, or the secret one. Amun is the hidden one that the initiated priesthood worshipped and kept it to themselves. The sun was a symbol for Ra. In ancient Chem, when the sun rises, all the other elements, planets, stars, moons, disappear because of the strength of the sun's rays. Ra was the original Egyptian name for the first principle of the creational process, the demiurge, or the will of Amun. Ra was symbolized by the sun when the ancient Khemite religion was in its purest state. Any symbol used to convey the idea of God or Allah is limited. This is because the name and the thing named are not the same. The name is only one thing and the name is another thing. The Egyptians used the symbol of the sun to represent the first principle of the creational process, which they called Ra. The Son embodying many positive qualities that can be attributed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or God in English, or God. But the sun sets and disappears behind the western horizon, as mentioned in the text of Ur Nefer, or Ur Nefer. And the same is true of all celestial phenomenon, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or God, never sets. He is always present. As we continue, the ancient Khemite people worshipped Allah under was Amen, the hidden one. The same in Hebrew means Lord. Now we all know Hebrew is a newer language created in the 1800s. I can't remember exactly the date, but I'll get that for you. If someone wants to leave that in the comments, much appreciated. So, in Arabic, the trusted one, this is the secret doctrine as it was, and it is termed, which cannot be learned in books or through academic scholarship, but only through three means. Now, what we learn from this is some more hidden history. So when you search for this truth, it really does set your mind free to make more sense. I kept it real. My view.